back there? Happier back there? More comfortable? That's good. I've got a good right arm. I can reach you. Now, if you do decide you want to see a little better, you're more than welcome to move around. You're not glued down. That goes for anybody that's in the show today. You're not confined to one spot. It may be a little tough to see you from some areas. So go ahead and move around if you want to. Anyway, I'd like to welcome everybody out to the St. Augustine Alligator Farm. My name is Doug Thompson, and I'd like to apologize for my somewhat uncouth appearance. I've been engaging in a somewhat unnatural activity known as manual labor, so I'm just as hot and sweaty as the rest of you guys. This is our alligator show that we're going to be talking mainly about American alligators here this afternoon. But as I get a little bit further into this, I will touch briefly on some other crocodilian species. All right, let's try that again. You guys record that. On the count of 1, 2, 3. There you go. Strangely enough, nobody ever says that when they see his parents. They don't go all when they see adults. Siamese crocodiles, as the name suggests, are native to Southeast Asia, primarily Thailand. But you are now looking at an animal that is extinct in the wild. Siamese crocodiles are only found in zoos. They were overhunted for their skins. They disappeared around 1980 from the wild. Now, luckily, Siamese crocodiles do well in captivity because their survival as a species is completely dependent from now on captivity. In fact, if you get an adult male and an adult female and compatible, put them together in the right kind of enclosure, nice habitat, with soft candle light, good bottle of wine, soft music, they'll breed like crazy. We've had 130 of these guys hatched out in just 5 years. In fact, today we start a new project. We start putting baby Siamese crocodiles into purses and handbags that you leave the gift shop to make room for the next crop. So be careful when you go through car things out there. We used to pass them around. Used to let people have a chance to hold baby crocodiles or baby alligators, depending on what I had. But used to is the operative term. Because about 7 or 8 months ago, I had an accident with a different animal, about the same size, a little alligator that day. Had a gentleman sitting in the front row, right about where this little girl in the yellow shirt is. And I handed a baby alligator over to this gentleman, and I told him, much as I told other people for a long time, I said, don't touch it on the head, it bites. Now, is there anything about that you folks didn't understand? I don't know what this guy's problem was. First thing he did, though, when he got a hold of that little alligator, was reach up and start tapping it on top of the head. And as you can see, even crocodiles don't like that. And the little alligator I had that day got fed up with the whole deal and lashed onto the gentleman's thumb. Now, when they're babies like this, as you notice, the teeth are quite small. So there are only little puddles of blood up here, not a real big deal, minimal amount of tissue damage, but it does pinch. And more than anything, really scared the guy. Scared that daylights out of me. Yow! Like that. We had an alligator take off doing space shuttle operation. I don't really like flying alligator or crocodile shows. We managed to catch him so we didn't get hurt, but it was just a little too close for comfort. So everybody say bye-bye to the little guy here. I'm going to stick him back into his box. There we go, Peter. This is Scooter. Everybody say hi to Scooter. See, he likes people too. This is about a 3.5-year-old American alligator. And basically what I'd like to do with him today is a short anatomy lesson to give you an idea of how it is that crocodilians have become so successful. I'm going to start off out here at the very tip of the snout with the nostrils. 2 of them on an alligator. Fact is, most crocodilians have 2 nostrils. There is an exception to that rule with the gharials, though. You guys remember the gharials? Right up there by the Chinese alligators, long, skinny snouts. You look at those guys closely, you'll notice that they only have 1 nostril. They don't have enough room for 2. But regardless of whether there are 1 or 2, the nostrils of all crocodilian species are sort of soft and rubbery, like little valves. They seal their nostrils shut completely watertight when they go into water. And that's important because they can stay in water for a long time. In warm weather like this, they can stay in water for an hour, maybe just a little bit longer. In colder weather, when their body temperatures fall, it's a different story. The cooler they are, the less oxygen they need. And this becomes quite interesting when alligators are exposed to water temperatures into the 30s, as they often are up in North Carolina. When an alligator gets that cold, it's like somebody's turned it off. We've measured heart rates as slow as 1 beat every 5 minutes. When they're in semi-hibernation like that, they can hold their breath for more than 24 hours. They can stand there without taking a breath of air for a day. Now, if you look at him from the side, you can see that his head is kind of lumpy in profile. The nostrils are on this little bump. The eyes are way up on top of the head. Even the ears are on top of the head here. It gives alligators and crocodiles and all crocodilians advantages when they're hunting or hiding. They can move along in the water with just the top of the head exposed. They can see and breathe and hear, but they don't have to expose the rest of themselves to observation. So they can hunt and escape their enemies quite effectively. But there is a drawback to this. You can see that the eyes are way up the top of the head. Good for seeing things, but that also places the eyes in danger from floating debris, because his eyes are right at water level, and prey that's fighting back. I mean, you know, he takes down a deer or something, it's not going to give up without a struggle. So to keep the eyes from being injured, crocodilians simply pull their eyes down inside their skulls to get them out of the way. It's a reflex. I don't have to push on Scooter's eyes. He'll do this all by himself. Watch very carefully. When my fingers brush across the front corners of his eyes, watch what happens. They go down inside his head. My fingers go away, puts his eyes right back up. type thing he can do. This is our sports model alligator. For a little bit of extra protection, there's a piece of bone in each eyelid called an osteoderm. That little piece of bone up there gives alligators and crocodiles and all the other crocodilians armor-plated eyelids. Their eyes are pulled down, they're surrounded by a bone. Directly behind each eye is an ear. Give you an ear to yourself on this side. This is the left ear flap that I'm lifting on. And if you look down underneath the ear flap, you might see the eardrum. It's fairly close to the surface. These ear flaps have cartilage in them, so they're tough. Excellent protection for the eardrums. And much like the nostrils, these ear flaps can also be sealed down and watertight. They have watertight ears. How many of you are jealous? Yeah, I am. They got good hearing too, much better than most people realize. We've actually been able to attract adult female alligators from about 5 feet underwater up to 30 yards away by imitating the distress call of a baby alligator. Now, you may have heard the noise on TV at some point in the past. I was hoping the little crocodile was going to make his distress call, but since he didn't, I have to. The idea. Baby alligators and crocodiles make a noise kind of like this when trouble's up. Oh, 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 oh. It's not quite that loud, but it's a similar effect. Now, when babies make that noise, adult females tend to get a little excited, especially in the early fall, late summer. You come out here at the end of August, stand on the boardwalk over the swamp and imitate that sound. Within seconds, you'll have 40 alligators charging up to you, or more. All of them adult females, all of them ready to come to the defense of the baby that you're calling. And if you continue to tease them with that noise, I've seen them try to climb up the boardwalk. Now, that behavior that they show, that protective instinct, is not something that most of us would ever associate with reptiles, right? Can anybody imagine a turtle coming to the defense of babies or any reptile? But crocodilians are quite sophisticated in this regard. A female alligator starts off in early June by building a nest. She'll spend several days using her back feet mainly to scrape together a big pile of dirt and vegetation. And it is large. That nest may be 3 feet high, over 8 feet in diameter. When she's happy with it, which may be several days after she starts, she'll dig a hole in the top of that nest mound, lay her eggs in that depression, and cover the eggs back over. Now, because that nest is made primarily out of organic material, it's a very efficient natural incubator. You all know what happens when vegetation decays. It generates heat. When you pile it up, it makes a lot of heat. And that's what incubates the eggs. And something that we have only recently discovered is that the temperature of that nest actually determines the sex of the babies. If you incubate alligator eggs at over 92 degrees Fahrenheit, you get all males. Below 87 degrees Fahrenheit, you're going to get all females. 89 degrees, a lot of really confused alligators. You got to be careful. Well, as you would expect, you get a mixture in the middle ranges, and that's normally where the eggs kind of sit and develop at 87, 88, 89 degrees, something like that. Now, normally, the incubation period is around 68 days, and that can be affected by weather and some other things, but roughly 2.5 months. During that time, the mother alligator will actively defend the nest site. She'll lay on top of it for quite some time, maybe 2 or 3 days at a stretch. Now, if all goes well, if the babies are ready to hatch out, they'll start making little grunting sounds from inside their eggs. When the mother alligator hears these calls, she'll break the nest open, expose the eggs, and start picking eggs up in her mouth. She doesn't eat the eggs, but she'll use her tongue to very gently squeeze each egg against the roof of her mouth, just hard enough to crack the shell. She helps her babies hatch out. And then she carries her babies down to the water, even again in her own mouth. She'll carry a mouthful of babies down to the water and let them go. Now, with all this protection going on, you'd assume that the babies had a good chance of growing up. But even though mom's on the job, most of the eggs get eaten before they hatch, and even though the babies may get a ride down the water and may have their mother protecting them for a couple of years, most of the babies don't get to be more than a couple weeks old before something eats them. Of all the eggs ever laid, less than 1% reach adulthood. Less than 1 in 100. How much strength they have is enough to force the teeth to go through bones and flesh. A large food item is torn into small bite-sized chunks in a rather characteristic fashion. Alligators and crocodiles will both bite down on something that's too large to swallow. Take of the head, and the prey comes apart along the teeth marks. Sort of a tear along the dotted line effect, I guess you could say. They tear off a bite-sized chunk, lift their heads out of the water, and gravity slides the food down the hatch. Now, all the biting and shaking they go through puts a tremendous amount of stress on the teeth. They do break. They would eventually wear out as well, and they might eventually decay. But the teeth are replaceable. The reason the teeth are always used, well, not always, but most of the time in such good shape is that, well, they don't last very long. An individual tooth has a lifespan of maybe a year. You see, the root of each tooth, buried up in the jawbone, is hollow. There's a new tooth growing up inside the root that is going to replace it. If the tooth is broken for some reason, a new one's going to drop and replace it as well. They're shedding and replacing teeth throughout their entire lives. Scooter may go through more than 6,000 teeth in his lifetime. They live quite a while, too. 60 to 90 years is probably average. Well, not completely sure though. They've outlived all the researchers up until now, but that seems to be a pretty decent estimate. They have tongues. Everybody see Scooter's tongue? You see it? Right there, see it? All right, and in fact, that turns out to be a very important safety feature. Some of you seem like you're thinking, a little hot today, you're slow, I understand. Now, even though the tongue only has limited mobility, it's very good at the There's a flap of skin coming up from the back of the tongue called the epiglottis. We've got one too, but it's so far back we can't see our own. Now, in crocodilians, the epiglottis is up in the mouth. It touches the roof of the mouth, and when it does, as it is doing now, it forms a very effective watertight seal. It's closed, but watch what happens when I pull down on this loose skin underneath Scooter's chin. It drops the tongue flap direct down, just like when you're in the doctor's office. Same effect. Of course, if you ever get anything like this of a wild alligator, don't be sitting still. That's just the last thing you want to do. Now that epiglottis that you see open up back there, probably the most important survival feature crocodilians have. They're aquatic predators. They hunt and feed in the water, almost exclusively. And because of that, they obviously must be able to swim well and catch food. Alligators are not the fastest of all crocodilians in the water, and yet these guys have been reported sprinting at speeds of up to 22 knots in the water. That's 25 miles an hour. Now imagine one of these guys taking off after a fish, charging through the water, mouth wide open, 25 miles an hour without a watertight seal. Give him 5 seconds, what would happen? He'd explode like an overfilled water balloon, wouldn't he? Bang! No more alligator. What about running speeds? Somebody who's never been here before, tell me how fast alligators can run. What have you heard, Andy? Think about this. You've all heard stories. I know you have. I grew up with the stories all around me. Alligators going 40 miles an hour, outrunning horses. Had a lady last summer try to tell me alligators can run 80 miles an hour. She said she heard it at an alligator farm in South Florida. That'd be really bizarre. Going down the interstate, going the speed limit, alligators going past you in the fast lane, grabbing kids out of the car windows as they run by. No, I mean, do you see a farm here anywhere? Think about it. Horses are designed to run, aren't they? They're designed as runners. Long, slender legs positioned directly underneath the body, very strong muscles. This is a disaster for running. Short, fat, stubby legs stick off to the sides. And as far as the muscles go, look at these poor things. Look at that leg. What about a tail? What's he going to do with this tail when he's up on land moving around? He drag it around through the dirt behind him. That may be half his body weight, acting like a boat anchor. The fastest alligators, the medium-sized ones, between 5 and 7 feet long before they get heavy. Those 12-footers have a hard time walking, never mind running. Now, if you want to know how fast an alligator can run, find a 6-footer and start chasing him. He'll run from you. I guarantee. A lot of people look at me like I'm strange. Let's back up a step. You ever heard that story that if an alligator's chasing you, run zigzag? You ever heard that? That's a horrible thing to tell people, isn't it? What's the shortest distance between 2 points? Okay, alligators only run straight, theoretically. You're zigzagging and he's chasing you. What's going to happen? You got to go awful fast to beat him because he's going to be there waiting for you. Okay, alligators aren't going to chase you anyway, so that's completely irrelevant. But if you get a 6-foot alligator, start chasing him, give him a good reason to be running in the first place. Let's say that that alligator is in top physical condition, okay? Advantage number 2. Number 3, he's going downhill. Number 4, it's on wet grass. Number 5, tailwind, okay? We just made up all the advantages I can think of. That alligator with all the advantages will top out at a truly amazing 11 miles an hour. Okay, distance, which doesn't sound too fast to you, I know, but that's a very significant thing for me. My personal top speed is 17 miles an hour. I don't see where there's a whole lot of margin for error when I've got a 7-foot crocodile right there. Of course, if they can run 17 miles an hour, I'm pretty sure I can sweep at 18 miles an hour. And adrenaline kicks in, you can do some neat things. Crocodiles also jump. And I'm not talking about little bunny hops, I'm talking about leaping completely off the ground. We've got a 5-foot subadult Cuban crocodile on display. You can actually see her. She's in the line of crocodiles. You can go look at her later. This 5-foot Cuban crocodile is capable of jumping more than 6 feet straight up in the air. It's a vertical leap like that, and you get virtually no warning. It happens quickly. About 7 years ago, I was fortunate enough to see the male Siamese crocodile, the father of this baby, a 7.5-foot, 250-pound Siamese crocodile. 3 of us, 2 other keepers and I, saw that Siamese crocodile jump over 5 feet straight up and grab a blue jay as it was flying over his enclosure. You don't get any warning, folks. These things looking like they're dead and all of a sudden they're in your face. Don't climb fences around here. Everybody had to see the signs when they came in. We've got lots of them. Don't climb fences. Don't climb over the walls and Go slap to the other side to get his attention, because you might get it. And don't, for whatever reason, for heaven's sakes, don't go holding your kids over the railings to give that better look. Unless they've been a real problem. Screaming in your ear in the back seat for 2 hours, a little dangle may just do them some good. I know there's some candidates there for that, or for here for that today. Now I joke about it, you need to be careful. Crocodiles are aggressive. 3 people leave my show. Okay? They won't start until I get there. I don't want to make you feel bad about it. If you want to go, you can go. You're free to do what you want. You guys pay for $10. But I tell you, oh, I'm sorry. That's all right. They didn't understand a word I said. Okay. That's okay. Well, take care. Have a good visit. But for the rest of you, you can't understand me. It's not going to happen for another 10 or 15 minutes. There's no shame down there. So, yeah, you'll be your t-shirts. They're the worst. They will come up here to save their life. Don't get too close. You're going to help me get just over by that alligator store over there. Where are you from? Michigan. That's when the alligator's in Michigan. You know what you're here for? Not a clue. Good. You're going to help me tape Scooter's mouth shut. Okay, I brought my special high tensile strength alligator tape with me. Good stuff, comes in a plaid box, in case you're curious. There is a little tab on it where my thumb is, just about 2 inches to start with. What I'm going to, you don't tear it off yet because you're going to need more, but that just to get started. I'm going to hold Scooter's mouth shut for you, and his eyes too. And what I need you to do with the tape sticky side down is right behind his nostrils, kind of go down with it, yeah. And then wrap it around about 3 times. And that'll hold his mouth shut. I'm not going to go boo and scary, I promise I won't do that. I promise. Okay, that end goes under first. About 3 times around. Just remember, I would not let anybody get hurt. I enjoy my job. Of course, this is my last day. That right about there. That right about there. With your teeth. You might have to. It's good tape. You have a camera, do you? Oh, man. I think you're kicking yourself right now. Go ahead, here. See, it's easy. There we go. All right, that may help her, but that's okay. We don't want anybody getting hurt. Thank you. Where are you going? Come back here. Not done yet. Remember, no whining. Okay, hold your shake hands. And the other hand goes under the base of his tail. Okay? Now you've got to watch both ends. His gun is corked, but this end isn't. And things happen. If he goes, just point him like that. Actually, aim him that way. You can hit him from here, okay? All right, give her a hand. She did a great job with that. All righty. Well, let's see my compatriots wandering around. We're all ready to feed Gomac, the big saltwater crocodile. Before we go, though, I got a question for you. How many of you have never touched an alligator? How many of you want to touch an alligator? Good. She's an expert. You guys have a great visit. I'll leave you in her hands. I'll be around for a couple minutes. If you want to come up and touch Scooter, you're more than welcome to do so. As you leave here, north up on that trail, that's where Gomac's enclosures are going to be up here in just a few minutes to feed him. Folks, you have a great visit.
Picture snapshots and I can get this, you know, to show how many there are here. Oh, we do? Okay. His eyes were wiggling. Hello there, fella. No, he'll wait a minute. I want to see how many there were, you know. Only take a minute. All these alligators. Okay.
Come back.
Go. Waiting for me. And go. At least I can say I saw him. There we go. Thank you. He's behind the bush, but that's all right. There he is. Well, he looks old, doesn't he? You know, his rough, heavy, thick skin. I mean, I know they are bumpy and all, but he seems old to me.
I don't care how old he is. I'm not going anywhere close to him.
Yeah, that's right. You notice what they have here. He's quite long. I wonder, well, they'll tell us how long he is. Oh. I wonder if they put others in with him now that you say that.
What was that?
I wonder if they do put others in with him, you know? So that he won't be lonely?
Yeah.
Or maybe he'd eat them.
Probably.
Oh, really ugly, actually. You should open his mouth or something like that. And open your mouth. Down to
Just kind of step just.
Look at that ugly.
What is that?
Big muskrat. Chicken? That look like a chicken?
Muskrat? Oh, he's going to eat all that?
You want to see Tyler?
A bird? It's a bird.
You actually gonna go in there?
I guess he says, oh, here he comes. He knows his food is coming. Look, he's moving. Uh-huh. He said, here he comes with my dinner. He's behind the bush there, but...
Never in my life would I go anywhere near that door.
Is that alligator?
Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Here.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
He's killing me.
Check 1 2.
Maybe he feeds him from
Okay,
a...
sounds good. I'd like to welcome all of you to the St. Augustine Alligator Farm. My name is Jim Darlington. This is Gomek right here, our largest and most popular, well-known attraction at the Alligator Farm. He's a large saltwater crocodile. He originally came from New Guinea, and he's been in this country for more than 20, well, he's been in captivity more than 20 years. We obtained him from Arthur Jones. Arthur Jones is a famous inventor that lives in Ocala, Florida. He had his own private crocodilian collection. We got Gomek from him about 5 years ago. Today I'm feeding Gomek an animal. It's called Nutria. Nutria is a large South American muskrat. Now, these animals were brought into this country back in the fur trade days, the cowboy days, and since they have escaped more than established themselves out in the wild. So we take these animals and they use the fur for coats, and we use the rest of it for alligator and crocodile food. Now I'm feeding Gomek 3 of these today. This is his regular basic diet. He eats Sundays and Thursdays about this time, and that's all he takes. I mean, he has very, very low activity. He doesn't burn a lot of calories. Now keep something in mind. Gomek is a very large animal. Right now we believe him to be one of the largest crocodiles in captivity, if not the largest. He is the largest reptile in the Western Hemisphere. He is 17 feet 9 inches long, and he weighs over 1,900 pounds. I'm going to hold the food up just a little bit. Hopefully we'll get him to at least lift his head and neck out of the water and stretch and grab it. This is going to go very quickly. He's going to grab it, swallow it down the hatch, and I'll give him 3 of them. After this, I'll come out and we'll all answer some questions. And then we have a show coming up in about 20 minutes down in the theater, and Doug can talk about him there. So we're going to go ahead and get started.
Oh, he's in the way.
They're gonna feed him in Paris.
Anyway.
Thank you, sir. All right. They're not very pretty to look at, but Gomek likes them. Okay. Here you go, Gomek. Come on. That's one down the hatch. We have 2 more to give him. That was a small one.
Now it's going to be patient.
Here you go, Gomek. Here's another one.
The guy has.
Come on, Gomek. Oh, come on now. Don't be a sissy.
That's 2.
Whoa, what a crunch!
That is nasty.
What a snap. That sounded like a Frito.
A Frito.
Okay, one more go, Mac. Oh, what a, that's a big,
Ooh.
big old nutrient. Here you go.
Just so I can get a picture, okay?
Guts.
Come on, go, Mac. He's not too hungry today, I guess. No, we'll give him that one. There you go.
There you go.
In his stomach, I bet he could put
That is one right here. It's underwater or in the back. You go down some stairs. It's the underwater. Kind of hazy. Oh, there it. Uh-huh. Oh, this is yes, yeah. Oh, he's loaded. Thanks, terminology, man. I don't. Keep here.
Format.
Beautiful. Oh, look in the tree. Look at the fuzzy one in there.
You mean the ones
Oh,
struggling in the branches?
no, yeah, but look at how fuzzy they are.
Oh.
See?
I think they should say, watch out for Hawk 52 bombers.
Where are you, buddy? I can't even see it from here. There's no color. Yourself. There's their faces. Where are you going? Does it say there?
Kookaburra.
A what?
Kookaburra.
Kookaburra? Uh-huh. A kookaburra. That was a kookaburra. Magnolia. I don't know why it isn't clear, but this is a magnolia. Pale pink on the head.
You guys look bush.
Oh, that's pretty pink on this one, huh? It's more pink on this one than the other one. Hey! What the heck? This is a Mitchell, Major Mitchell. Cockatoo. North America. Well, we're not going to bother with that, so. Let's see if I can get out of the sun. Oh, hey, this guy is moving. Another one over here. He's not moving. There, you see this guy? He probably thinks the people are going to feed him.
Look at his head.
There were 4 of them. I thought there were only 3. Ah, and I got that one walking, but this one's a blob. He's not doing anything, but he had to walk to get there because he wasn't there before. This is the one that was walking before, and that is the other one that was... Oh, take the cap off on. I have the cap on. Oh, that's beautiful.
Look at Blackie over there.
Yeah, he's beautiful though. Uh-huh.
Oh, Will, come on.
Bernie, I can only do one thing at a time. I'm still doing this one.
You're funny looking.
There's some little birds right back there. Little ducks or something. Babies maybe, huh? This is a nice little... Really? Two, I think. All right, which way are we going? Bernie, which way are we going?
Every time I make that noise.
Oh, some more. Wait a minute, this is falling off my shoulder. Okay.
Okay, we can find out exactly what these guys are.
Okay. Oh, aren't they colorful? Huh?
Okay, let's go. Gold macaw.
What are they?
Gold macaw.
Blue and gold. That makes sense, doesn't it? Blue and gold macaws. Oh, it's going to do me a favor.
Haven't I seen you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's disgusting.
What? What?
Just went to the bathroom.
Well, don't announce it. For crying out loud, you go to the bathroom, don't you? Everybody does. That's a natural thing. You're not a bird.
Especially disgusting to have on video.
Well, if you hadn't said it, I wouldn't have even known it. I was looking at the other one. If you didn't yell it, I should say. Goats. This one over here by Bernie. Don't let her hand go in there. Goats. Goats. Kind of raggedy old goats, aren't they? Hey, hello. Yeah. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Down over there. Little fella, what are you? Huh? Yeah. Oh, the big tortoise is right behind me here. Yeah, I don't know. See if I can get you this way. There you are. I've seen you on TV. That's what he is.
Wait. There's one in the move.
I see him. It's not easy to balance all these things at one time. You suppose they'd hang by their tails or something for us? Pardon me, well, he's climbing up there anyway. Maybe he's going to do a little swinging. Uh-huh.
Chocolate alligator coming out of water.
Look at, he's swinging all the way over here. Uh-huh. Good boy, yes, you're a good boy. Oh my goodness, huh? These are little ones. Are these the Chinese? Are these the Chinese ones or something?
They're young alligators.
Is that what it says? Hello, little young alligators. Oh, no. Yeah, a whole bunch of them. Young alligators, huh? Oh, look at all those young alligators. All over there. Oh, that was someone climbing out over there somewhere. Oh boy, they're everywhere, huh? There's here too.
Pretty cool, huh?
And that's what it says. They're young alligators. How old do they say?
They're all different ages.
Uh-huh.
How are you guys? Oh, look, there's one on the bottom. Falling around.
Oh, yes.
Two of them. You're doing the same thing. I'm gonna do it. Well, we better get leaving.
Mm-hmm. New. Oh, there's another one. Two more. Oh, there are four of them there anyway. EMU. MU. Uh-huh, we get them all.
What is this? Eating pack? Don't have no food.
Oh.
I don't have any food. Don't look at me for food. No food. I don't got no food.
I don't got...
You're looking at that.
Oh, now they're going to come over here. They think I have food. I don't have any food either, guys. I don't have any food either, guys. Beautiful. Where was the other one? Oh, aren't they beautiful, huh? Noisy, you. That long snout. Oh, I have to get out of that sun now. The sun is camera on.
What's moving in there? There's something in there.
In the water?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's not
probably another.
It's a turtle. There's a turtle in the water.
Is that right?
Yeah, boy, did he get in the water tank.
Where is it?
He moved past all the way this way.
Oh, and there's another. Evidently.
Here,
Oh, I see him.
he's got moss on him.
Yes, he must be in there all the time. Set nature's weird ways. Come on up, Mr. Turtle. We want to get a better look at you. I don't know.
It's your skin.
Some of them are fatter and different than others.
It's like a thing. Did you slow down me evolutionary change?
Let me go back. See if I can do it. Stand in the street and get hit by a car. Oh, take the cap off.
Hours 8:45 to 4:45.
It doesn't say anything. Yeah, it's softer than rain itself. There is no pipe leading to this faucet. Right?
And it makes
there's no-
it's perfectly logical.
It seems as if that would be it. Do you have to push something or put money or what? I think you probably have to. It says lousy up there, but it's. Oh, what is this? It was, some animals are born, but sometimes there's a mistake inside. Instead of a mistake that happens inside the mother when they're born. And instead of forming two babies,
Yes, day, the tallest man in modern
Who's the tallest man?
creates special equipment needed to highlight and photograph the tiny atoms. The multigraph is precise.
This is a match made of all matches. Replica of the London Bridge.
All so small, they pass through the eye and needle.
Matchstick
These are what
London Tower Bridge.
they're considered national treasures.
All matches.
Believe it
I'll get that from the other side. It's 9,600 uncirculated
aptly
units.
described as Vermont.
It's a Pepsi machine. Giant basketball sneakers. Lifetime carousel. I'm looking for 1-inch scale model. This model may be higher. There are more than 10,000 components to this model. I was trying to get that bridge, but it's pretty hard to do. That's the bridge. Clear up or not? Too much light.
He also creates more complex drawings, all so small.
Now that's what I call a cavity. All kidding aside, folks, please don't try this at home. It will hurt. Believe it or not. Corners of the globe to discover some of the strangest performers the world had ever seen. When we looked at his discoveries and saw what people would put into their nose, what they would swallow, and indeed what they would eat. Snakes. What I saw. Yuck. We couldn't help but ask ourselves, where have these people gone? In keeping with the Ripley tradition of the odd, the unusual, and the unbelievable, we searched the world over, and in Glasgow, Scotland, we found Stevie Starr, the human regurgitator.
We have here a small padlock and key. Could you please lock that for me, please, and pull out the key? Make sure he is definitely locked. He is locked. Okay, what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is put the ring into the belly. Excuse me. And now we have the locked padlock. Thank you. Good. Can you pop in the key? Thank you. Okay. What we're about to do is put the key into the lock, unlock him, take the lady's ring, put him in there, lock him, pull out the key, and bring him up locked inside. Give me a few seconds for this. Okay. Okay, here comes the ring locked inside the padlock on its way up. Can you just double check that he is locked inside there? Let's bring up the key and we can get the ring out of the padlock. One key. If you stick that key in there, it should unlock. You'll be able to get your ring out of there. Oh boy. It's quite hard to even do it by hand. There we go. Thank you very much.
Doesn't that unlock your curiosity? Stevie hates being behind the 8 ball. And he likes to keep them clean. Give it a little wash, and bring it back. Not convinced he swallowed it? Watch again in slow motion. To shed a little light on the subject, how about a light bulb? A bright idea, but the trouble is he keeps breaking them. Now where'd that come from? Gee, that would give me indigestion. Apparently him too. Brad Byers of Moscow, Idaho, that is another man with unusual eating habits. Not one, not two, not three, not even 4, but 7 swords at once, ladies and gentlemen. And he's still hungry. Careful now. Ouch! Now that's an act with a new twist. Don't you just hate it when coat hangers get bent out of shape and they won't hold your clothes? Well, if you do, don't leave them near Brad. Yeah. Unless you need sock hangers. Originally a juggler, Brad discovered by chance one day that he should have been a carpenter. Well, maybe not. Brad, you said a sore throat, not a sore throat. Sinus problems? Nose plugged? Here's Brad's solution. Take one hammer and a nice sharp ice pick, and I guess he's not going to cut it as a doctor either. In private one day, Brad told us he once had aspirations of being a dentist. But Brad, the drill goes in your mouth. No, not your nose. Brad.
Big lump over there. Mm-hmm. This is a mess. That's Bernie. I'm going to zoom in on the sign. I don't know if you can read it or not, but that's all right. That's into the sun over here, so that won't be good. Oh, there's the bridge. I forget the name of it. Do you remember?
Bridge of Wood.
Bridge of What?
Bridge of Lions.
Lion? Of course it's the Bridge of Lions. It has great big lions on the end. And the alligator farm's on the other side over there. Back there, so.
Well, it's not listed to read.
Oh, what?
It's not listed to read.
No, but it says 1672 and so forth. It gives a little bit of information. Flag is at half-staff for the people killed in the bombing in Oklahoma City.
There's a
This is the entrance. No food or drink. Here we go. You're on video. It's awful when you're walking though, isn't it? It gets bumpy. Guess I'll shut it off. And just wanted to get the entrance anyway. And there's these cannons up there. Well, there's one. There's water down here. All the way around, of course. And Bernie disappeared over here. Where are you, Bernie? Go up there? I guess he did. I wondered where he went. He's over there. Okay, is this the right, what does it say?
It's just a,
Look at me when you talk.
it's just called the Ref.
All the what?
The Refuge, and I think it's the Watchtower or something.
Watchtower?
Yeah.
I'm trying to go slow because I always go too fast. I don't do too good going slowly, do I? I'll walk through here. Oh, it's dark in there. Uh-huh. It's the old building, all right. This is how they lived in it. Each side, of course. Lovely breeze right here. Only 9 o'clock in the morning and it's hot already. Look at this thing. People don't mind if they hit it out. Now inside, this must have been where they did their eating, maybe. I don't know. This thing is flashing light, you know. Bars on the windows. Sure. What does it say on that little map? It must tell which each room is for. And it's all... We're going by up there. The kegs here. What does it say, Bernie? I can't hear you.
I can't read it.
Oh, you can't read it? I don't think I'm going to be able to get this. I think it's much too dark. Yes. Certainly.
At the fireplace in the corner of each room, soldiers took turns cooking their daily rations. The fireplace also gave light at night and warmth in the winter. Soldiers not off duty slept on wooden bunks like the one along the wall.
The replica of the fort from above. courtyard, I guess. After 1740, this well was the only source of water inside the fort. Quarters for the officers were in this room. He's fluttering around here. This must be his room. Found Brittany. Those are the different types of weapons that they used. Attack of 1740. By land and sea, the British came. Over the wall. Siege of 1702. Third floor in this room. Let's see what it says over here. Empty room. Does it say anything interesting? Oh, food storeroom. The food was stored here. British quarters. Must be here. Gee, they even have a stairway over there. I'm sure that was added. Fort Marion, under the care of St. Augustine Historical Society, 1914-1935. From the water. The origin is about people. Shut up. That's a door. The hinges. Bernie, you notice how big these hinges are? Very big iron hinges on the door. On doors. What is this? It looks like an eagle shape. This is the chapel of St. Mark. It's just another room. By students of teaching. Gee, they did very well, didn't they? They did very good. Good job.
That's the middle school.
Bernie pointed this out, and at first I thought somebody nested on a child did it recently. But I guess it really was done February 17, 1980. 1880. Just a great big dark room with a great big stone. It's Bernie in there. Ooh. This is a big dark place.
They're showing here people's steps and going out those.
Barrels. Artillery. Magazine. 1675. It's very dark in here. See if I can stoop under this thing. Oh, this is just a little. I know. What is it? Does it say what it is over there?
It's another powder room.
Another powder room?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Phil Place used to live in this one.
Oh, nice. Little hole down there. Maybe rats.
Oh, there's more than one of them.
Powder magazine. Bend again.
Began on Sunday, and these rooms were reopened. Because trash and bones were found, people began calling these rooms a dungeon. However, plans have always shown the location of this powder storage, and there is no evidence that it was ever used for anything else. Next to this speaker, we find the oldest part of the Castillo, completed in 1675. From the narrow hallway, a stairway once led to the gun room. The lower passage leads into the first powder storeroom of the fort. This storeroom, with roof and 3 walls 10 feet thick, was a safe place to keep gunpowder. But the dampness here forced the Spanish to build a drier place with more space and ventilation. When strong new vaulted ceilings were installed in 1739, this small hallway and powder magazine were sealed off by the Spanish. Nearly 100 years later, American soldiers broke the ceiling of the old hallway, moving a heavy cannon on the gun barrel. and these rooms were reopened. Because trash and bones were found, people began calling these rooms a dungeon. However, plans have always shown the location of this powder storeroom, and there is no evidence that it was ever used for anything else.
This is our $25 room. Just got here. Everything's all over. I'm straightening all the bags out. Look. Got to get some ice cubes for the cooler. First thing Bernie does is put TV on. And there I am. Hello. I have to go nearer so you can see me. See? There I am right there. See my fuzzy hair? See? Fuzzy, fuzzy was a bear. We are in the Swamp Fox Motel. And the video camera, the battery ran out at the fort before we went upstairs, which would have been gorgeous to videotape. And the camera, I took one picture and that was over. And I forgot to bring the new film with me. So that's the way the cookie crumbles. So here we are now, and I'm charging the batteries to finish this off.
When the bear comes out of hibernation, both kids are awkward. He's bad temper.
It's a good show, Bernie? Can you wave to Mom and Dad? Big sport, big wave. Grandma just woke up. Had to get off the road because I was falling asleep. So I had a nice little nap right there. Oh, he's gonna shoot me. Shoot, but don't shoot at me. Shoot a little to the side here. Shoot it, Bernie, but shoot it over, a little bit to the side. Won't work? Huh? Why didn't you shoot it?
I don't feel like shooting.
I
was just joking around.
I wanted to get it on video. I want you to shoot a little bit by, like. No? Won't go off, maybe? Maybe it won't go off. Here I am. In my nightsy gowns. See, here I am. And my dark glasses. Oh, he just shot me. In my dark glasses because they happened to be handy when I woke up. And I'm making tea. There's my pot right there. And heating the water. We have a little closet-like, and we have a bathroom. Naturally, they always have bathrooms. Well, the light's not on, but I'm going to show you the bathroom. Nice and clean. One of those units there. But it's just very, very rustic, but very nice. This is looking outside. those cabins there. All up and all over this way. Down to the end here. And there's another whole unit of cabins. This is Smithfield. This is St. Anne's Church. It's really a lovely little church. Bernie and I just heard Mass here. Very nice. Just a small little church. Just beautiful. St. Anne's Catholic Church. Bernie and I are on the way home from Florida. And we just went to Mass here in a lovely little church. I videoed inside a little bit. Yeah, just a small little building. Very cute. Beautiful. Smithfield, North Carolina. This is the Log Cabin Motel. Here comes Bernie. He just did the recheck. Did you find something? Oh my goodness, yes, we almost did that before. His shampoo. That's something we keep forgetting to take out of the shampoo. Good thing you checked, Bern. We were in number 58. There are two houses over here that are for families with a swing set and playground. The rest of them, as far as I know, are all run. Here's a whole line. There are 81 or 84. I forget now what it was. I think it was 81 was the highest number I saw. And we are back to Bernie.
Hot diggity damn big boys! Not many people know I own the first radio in Springfield. Weren't much on the air then. Just finished in reciting the alphabet over and over.
Last night.
Hey, he say. Then B.
The day's in.
C
And
would usually follow.
Outside your bound from here.
Maryland.
The League of Uninformed Voters presents the Springfield mayoral debates. I'm your moderator, Larry King. Now a word to our audience. Even though we're being